Hello, hello. We are live. Hi, friends. So, I have just been feeling this inspiration and a lot of excited promptings actually to get on live and to share a little bit more about our homeschooling journey right now. We are all in this together. We're all kind of stuck in this situation, whether we like it or not. And so I am just really paying attention to the things that we're doing in our family that are working and things that we're doing that are not working. And so I wanted to just kind of share some of those things. First of all, I just really want to say thank you to those of you who just gave me some love I think it was 2 weeks ago when I was sharing how difficult this has been to be homeschooling with multiple kids who have ADHD. And I definitely appreciated the encouragement and the love and even the, lighthearted memes. And it just reminded me that I'm not alone in this. And so I hope that I can be a light to you at this time if you have a child who has a learning disability or struggles with focus or is even just struggling at this time, trying to figure this all out together. So, what I wanted to do is share with you 4 ways that we can really help our kids right now. And I'm actually going to take the letters of ADHD and share 4 tips there. So we all know ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. Some kids have the hyperactive, some kids don't, and that would be just ADD. Mine are very physical, so we have that active gene. And the more I've researched about ADHD, the more I realize that I have it too. And my parents always described me as bouncing off the walls when I was a child. So we're just going to take it and run with it. And I want you to really be mindful of the ways that your children are showing their gifts with ADHD. Hi, everyone, for getting on. Usually I do a little shout out and say hi, but I'm just going to dive right into the content because I don't know how much time I'm going to have with you before my kids need me. So the first A, we're going to call attitude. And this is so important. I've really realized that your attitude determines your kids' attitude and their mood. I remember when I was filling out a kindergarten questionnaire for my oldest when he first started kindergarten, and there was this little box at the very bottom after filling all this info out about your kid that said, "What do you want me to know about your child?" And after explaining how creative and a wonderful, excited to learn child that he was, I said to her, make sure that you put him around other kids who are active learners. If he's around a troublemaker, he's going to be a troublemaker. If he's around, other kids who are excited to learn, he's going to mirror that behavior. And I realized that it really, as parents, it starts with us, our attitude starting off the school day. So when I'm able to wake up before they do, and kind of get a little bit of a morning routine so I can start the day happy and excited and refreshed, the day goes so much better. This morning I got a shower in and I didn't have time to do my hair, hence the top knot with the frizz, but I got my shower in the morning and I was able to start the day. I had done a little bit of journaling this morning and said my morning prayers, and I think that makes such a big difference. When I'm struggling personally as a mom, my kids struggle even more. And, sometimes there's not always an easy solution, but I would just say, don't discount the opportunities that you have to self-care right now. We need to self-care as moms more than ever right now because our kids need us at our very, very best. So throw me some thumbs up and some likes if you agree. And you can even drop in the comments, what are you doing to come to school in the mornings with your kids with a happy attitude? So what are you doing to take care of yourself? What are you doing to be in a good mindset and a good mood in the morning? So share with us, because I really think that we all have value to give each other, and we can really support and encourage each other at this time. So share that in the comments real quick. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share. Oh, I just know with the clients that I've worked with, so I've done life coaching, I've done business coaching, I've done parenting coaching, that when I work with moms, and I love working with moms, they will tell me that when they are okay, everything is easier to deal with. Even when we're talking about, health problems with their kids, it's so much easier to deal with these things when we as moms are okay. So give yourself permission to take that time to work on you. Maybe that means you're getting one less subject done that day. It's okay. So, attitude. Okay. The first D is distractions. And this is huge, 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 huge. When we have kids who have ADHD or really any learning disabilities, or even just struggling to focus on their work, we've got to limit their distractions. Now, I will be super personal with you and share with you that the first 5 weeks of our homeschooling experience was not enjoyable. It was not delightful. It was not fun. I literally every day wanted to run out the door and scream and cry. And I did some days. But by about week 5, we were starting to get into our groove. And so I remember calling my sister and just saying, we finally had a good day. And I was so excited. And she said to me, so what made it a good day? What did you do differently? And I was like, nothing. I didn't do anything differently. It's all my kids and if they choose to be good or not. That was my response. But later in the day, I actually realized there was one key thing that I did differently that day that I had not done in the past. And it was, this one thing was moving my 7-year-old, her workstation into the hall. And I didn't even think anything of it until later, but I had eliminated all her distractions. It was kind of like she was in this cubicle with just white walls and her little desk and my laptop set up there for her with no dog distractions, no sibling distractions, no other noise going on. She couldn't talk to Alexa and have Alexa play a song in the middle of trying to learn math. And so when we can eliminate their distractions, they will thrive so much better. Let's see. Oh, and then, that day, on that really, really good day, we were done in like 2 hours instead of 5. So you will save tons of time by doing your best to come in the morning with your best attitude and limiting distractions. So those are the first 2 things. The third thing that I want to talk about, and this is the H, is hyper focus. So when we are working with kids who have trouble focusing, a lot of that is physical. If we can work on their physical needs, they are going to be able to focus so much better. So things that I'm always talking about: nutrition, having physical outlets, having healthy snacks and body breaks. I literally could talk for an hour on staying physically healthy to up our mental focus. But I'm just going to do just a little bit. So I really want you to think about the physical aspect of focus right now. And there's a reason why fidget spinners they're physically moving their bodies, because they're able to have that physical outlet so that their brain can just be calm. So when you're trying to get a hyper focus out of a child, I want you to really understand that they can focus. When my oldest was first diagnosed with ADHD, this was probably, I did some quick math in my head, 6 years ago. And we all kind of are at different levels of acceptance when it comes to diagnosis. And I remember my mom saying, there's no way Tyler can have ADHD. He focuses so intently on his art. And we were at dinner with a friend who's a chiropractor, and he said, well, that's the thing about ADD and ADHD, is that they can focus and they can hyper focus, but it's only on something that they're super interested in. And usually it's something that they will be kind of obsessive about. So art, Legos, Minecraft. Lindsay, will you go dismiss that timer and tell the boys that they have 10 minutes? So when I realized that he could sit down and do his drawing and literally cancel out the rest of the world, he was hyper focusing on his art. I realized that he has the ability to focus. And I kept asking myself the question, how can I get him into that realm of being able to focus so intently? So, with kids who have learning disabilities or trouble focusing, it is our job to help them find something that they are passionate about, whether it's animals or art or science projects, anything like that. If we can help them to hyper focus on something every day, they're actually going to be able to increase their focus on things like math and writing that they actually don't enjoy that much, but their brain is beginning to be trained on how to hyper focus in that area that they actually want to be focused at. Does that make sense? So let me know in the comments if that's making sense to you, or if you guys have any questions about that. Hey Ashna, Melanie, Shannon, you guys are awesome. I'm so glad you're on. Hi Lulu. All right, so we talked about attitude, bringing your best attitude. We've talked about distractions, hyper focus. The last thing I want to talk about is decide. And decisions. And I think that anytime we're able to involve our kids in making choices and decisions, they have this sense of ownership now, and it's not like they're stuck in a minute when I'm done. They're not stuck in this situation anymore. They're actually able to be a part of this experience, and they're going to be so much more invested, and they'll want to be involved. Even more anytime that we can give them choices and help them make decisions. So here are some questions that we can ask them so that they can have their ownership. What subject do you want to work on first? What do you want to do next? My kids know that they can tell me anytime they need a break. I will always respect that when they tell me they need a break. Every once in a while I'm like, no, you haven't worked hard enough yet to earn a break. But usually if they tell me, Mom, I need a break, I'll say, okay, how long do you want a break for? And it's always between 5 and 10 minutes. I don't let them do more than 10 unless it's like lunchtime or something. And then I'll say, what do you want to do during your break? And they can basically do anything during their 5 to 10 minute break. Lindsay just whispered, except tablet, except technology time. Because a lot of them are doing their homework on their screens anyway, and so they need a break from their screen, and it's really hard to get them back into working if they have, if they're working on Minecraft for those 5 to 10 minute breaks. I have a whole nother live video planned about technology time and how to like remove that shame and guilt that we have with this extra technology time that they're experiencing right now, and how to handle that. So we can talk about that later, but with decisions and choices, it's really important to let them tell you, what do you want today for snacks? What do you want to do today for PE and your body break and that kind of thing. So maybe sit down and make a list of the questions that you can ask your kids to help them be making some decisions and really take the ownership in the choices that they're making. No, we're not going to share that. But I'll help you in just a minute, okay? Okay, so another little tip, and this is not really to go along with ADHD, but we love playing games. And so when our work is done, we get to choose a game. Usually it's right after lunchtime. On a really good day, we're done by lunch. And so I hope that this has been helpful, and some of these tips that I've shared with you, if you can start to just incorporate them and integrate them into your day, share with me if that's working for you and how it's helping. And if you have any other tips that have been helpful for you, please share them as well. So I just want to, just kind of close out by saying that anytime I'm struggling with something, I am able to make two choices. I can either really let it get me down and consider it as a trial or something that's hard, or I can use that as an opportunity to find solutions and find answers and even be a light to other people who are struggling with those same things. And I find that when I'm able to come out of that victim mode and I'm able to, step into being empowered and knowing that I have solutions as a mom, when I can teach other people these things, I really do experience more happiness and more gratitude. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to start I'm creating a membership group for other homeschooling moms, and I'm still working on the name, so I have a couple options. Supermom Does Homeschool, or Supermom Homeschools, or Homeschooling for Dummies crossed out. homeschooling for super moms. So I'm creating a membership group where I'm going to be sharing things like this. I'll have live videos, I have PDFs, I have ebooks to share, and it's just going to be a really uplifting place where we can share ideas and things that are working well, and I can help you as a mentor and a coach to see a different perspective that you might not be seeing of, your day if when it's just not working, and when you have those bad days, what can we do to come out of it? I'm actually working on one right now that is how to move out of a meltdown and what to do when we have those meltdowns. And I'm not just talking about kid meltdowns, because we have meltdowns too as moms. And how do we bounce back from that? And so I'm really excited. I'm just receiving a lot of inspiration and insight as I'm stepping into this place of, I guess, leadership and wanting to teach and share what we're going through. So I hope this has been helpful. Please reach out to me if you want more guidance or if you have other questions that you want some help with. And I'll be sharing that homeschooling mom membership launch that's coming soon. So have a great day, you guys. It's time for me to go out and check on everybody. Technology time is over right now. And I hope you're having a good day. All right. Bye, guys.